Believe me, that's happened to me where I binged for an entire month. It was freaking horrible. You guessed it, I gained all the weight back. Today in this video, we're going to be discussing how to stop yo-yo dieting once and for all, how to break that cycle, and I'm going to share my tips based on my experience. Let's get right into it. I want to address the causes of yo-yo dieting. So obviously, too restricting of a diet, that is going to trigger cravings because you always want what you can't have, right? But also metabolically, your body fights in survival mode. Your body goes into survival mode when it's not getting the energy it needs to survive. So when your body is not getting those calories, it's gonna send signals to your brain telling you to eat more. So it's only natural to get these cravings. Another cause is just the body dysmorphia thing. Just always feeling the need to cut. You're just not satisfied how you look. You always think you can get leaner. What's my solution? As I talk about in other videos, what helped me dig myself out of this rut, number one, after I found out that everybody has a baseline, a genetic baseline of body fat. Some people are born with less fat cells, other people are born with more fat cells. So trying to fight that genetic baseline is going to be somewhat futile. If you're about 20% body fat and you want to get to 10, it's going to be really difficult. I mean, you can get there for sure with a heck of a ton of discipline, but maintaining that is going to be extremely hard, honestly. And in my opinion, it's not even worth it. I learned this from Greg Doucette. It is great advice, by the way. Picture your dream body, get halfway there, and just maintain that. Because that's what you're going to be able to maintain long term anyways. You can try to get to 10% body fat from 20, and just notice how hard and how much sacrifice you're going to have to make to maintain that. And at that point, you're going to question everything and ask, is it really worth it? You know, missing out dinners with friends, family, like eating super low calorie foods all the time, sugar-free this, fat-free that. Is it really maintainable? I'm not gonna be able to live as much. Doing like cheat meals once a week? Hell no, that's not a fun life to live. And honestly, people, and it's due to social media, we see these, super shredded people online on Instagram feeds, and we all want to be there, and not realizing that even 15% body fat is healthy. Hell, like I promote being at anywhere from 12 to 15. I think that's healthy, and it still looks good, especially compared to the average person. At 15% body fat, you can still see your abs somewhat. That's definitely above average. So what helped me is just identifying that it's kind of futile to try to get to super low body fat, because you're gonna, by default, genetically your body's gonna fight to get at a higher body fat anyway. So just picture your gym physique and get halfway there, and just stay there. And it won't be that hard to even do that. It's not going to require that much effort, and you can enjoy more food that way. And obviously you're still going to stick to the 80-20, which I always promote, eating 80% clean and 20% junk food. And honestly, you can even get a little lower. You don't have to be at 15% body fat. If you're really strict on if you're like really falling to 80-20 hard, which is really, it isn't strict at all. It's just the way you should be eating in general. By default, you can probably get to a lower body fat anyways. Especially you pair that with weightlifting, which is going to boost your metabolism by having all that muscle mass, and you're doing your cardio regularly. I really don't have a doubt that if you're an endomorph, you can probably stick to around even 12% body fat if you're really dialed into this protocol. Another important thing is when you're dieting, don't overtrain, don't do too much cardio, because that's going to just spike your appetite even more and reinforce the cravings. And when you are trying to lose weight, avoid cheat days. Honestly, just stick to the 80-20. Lose weight over a long period of time. If you're at 20% body fat, take a year. If it takes you a year to get to 15% body fat, but you can actually keep it off and learn how you kept that fat off, I think it's worth it. Yeah, you can lose 5 pounds of fat, get to 15% body fat from 20 in a few months, but it's gonna be, chances are you're doing it too fast, and you're losing weight at a faster rate. Your craving is gonna be too hard. You're gonna take massive amounts of discipline to get there, and eventually you're gonna cave into your cravings. You're gonna go on a binge, and you're gonna gain all the weight back, and you're gonna realize, was that even worth it? I should have just listened to Joey Gonzalez and lost weight at a slower pace over the long term. Trust me, guys, this is the way to do it. Even for me, I went from about 13% body fat to 10. Not even, maybe 12 or 11, but it took me half a year to do it, because I took my time. I ate more calories, I enjoyed my food, but I was also pretty strict on the 80-20 rule, which was trying to eat majority healthy food. But I also enjoyed the occasional, honestly, I didn't really eat that much junk food because I just enjoyed this diet so much. I didn't crave junk food. I still included, lower calorie versions of junk food like protein ice cream and protein pizza, stuff like that, and that really helps the cravings. And it's not totally diet food either, because it has some fat and some sugar, which makes it pretty tasty. So yeah, just avoid those cheat days, those massive refeed days, because that's gonna trigger your blood sugar and make you want to eat more. Just lose weight over the long term, up your calories more, follow the 80-20 rule of diet, 80% clean, 20% junk food, and over time you will notice it might take longer. And I know for some of you that are impatient, want to lose weight fast, it's going to be hard, but trust me, this is really the only way to do it, to keep that. If your goal is to keep the fat off long term and stay lean year round, I honestly hope this helped. And if you guys are still unclear, let me know in the comments, and I will definitely make more videos about this. I want to focus more on the diet aspect of health and fitness. That's what I specialize. I am a nutrition student after all, so this is where my passions lie. So give it a like and subscribe if you're new.